Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will be looking at some shocking messages from someone who claims to know Jack and Lily's parents, and the fact that something could have happened to Jack and Lily around 48 hours before they were actually reported missing. Also, a vehicle may be involved in this case, but how and why? The first thing that we are going to look at in today's video is why people have suggested that something could have happened before Friday morning. And in this article, someone who is an associate professor in the Criminal Justice Department at university says that it could be incredibly bad timing, but they can't prove that nothing had happened to Jack and Lily for up to 48 hours before they reported it, and it just stands out to her. Also, the police won't say if anyone had contact or saw the kids in the days leading up to when they went missing, and she reckons the police should start to consider whether a person played a part or was involved in what happened with Jack and Lily. This is something that is very strange, because for there to be a long period of time before the kids went missing that isn't accounted for, it does raise everyone's suspicions. What do you guys think? 48 hours is a long time, and it's hard to believe that we have been told the truth. The next thing that we are going to look at is a TikTok video where someone talks about a car being involved in this case.
Experts are saying that they are convinced a vehicle was involved in the missing children from Nova Scotia. Jack and Lily Sullivan have now been missing for 15 days, and experts are now giving their opinions on the case. They're describing anomalies, so the lack of evidence, the lack of trace. They say this is not your usual missing persons case at all. And they say that when they look at a missing persons case and the scent disappears of the person or persons near roads, in the way that it has in this case. So obviously the scent of the children stops at the main road where obviously then cars would come. So you go off the actual yard of the home, you go off the trail, and there's just one big main road, and the scent ended at the end of the trail of like the garden. So experts are saying for them this would say a vehicle was involved. Experts have also said that usually missing children cases, in the case where they've been abducted, they say that it's very, very unusual that a child is ever targeted. It's normally a targeted place or time, and it's whichever child is passing there at that moment. So they said that the children living in such a rural area, like the house is just surrounded by heavy woodlands, like it's a low populated area. Their experts are saying like the chances of this being an abduction is slim to none, and that you know, for them this is extraordinary. It's not normal, it's out of the ordinary, and that there's a lot of questions surrounding it. Authorities seem absolutely certain as well that this is not an abduction case, which, you know, is strange that they wouldn't even just put an umbrella out there. They're not doing that. They said that they are quite sure it's not an abduction case, and that they're just not ruling out any suspicious activity, but they're just saying they don't think it's an abduction. However, this is something we've seen the parents push quite a lot, and the mum posted on Facebook at one point to say that she really believed her children were abducted and that she needed the Amber Alert. Stepdad has previously said about how the children could be abducted, and yet authorities are telling them like they've not been abducted. This is not an abduction case. Speaking of the vehicle being involved, that experts say that is a really good, possibility. I personally believe it is like so slim the chances of those children just going missing. They would have been panicked and scared if they just wandered off into them, the heavily wooded area. And how would they avoid a search of this level? Like, there was like 9 drones, helicopters, dogs, and I just think there's no way children between 4 and 6 would evade a search like that. They wouldn't be covering their tracks. If they've just wandered off, there would be a scent, there would have been traces of them. They wouldn't just disappear. They are not, what child would be smart enough to, completely throw off a search?
So because the scent stopped at the main road, Experts are saying that this would mean a car was involved. But could it not also mean they didn't go there or get to the main road? Experts have also said that because they live in a low-populated area, it's very unusual for a targeted abduction to take place. So what are they trying to say? That a vehicle was involved but nobody was abducted? What does that mean? Are they suggesting that someone from the family could allegedly be involved, and they used a vehicle at some point? The family seemed to say that they think Jack and Lilly may have been abducted, but a very good point that is made in this video is that the authorities are literally telling the family that this isn't an abduction. The problem with cases that involve missing people are that normally most real missing people stories don't have lies in them from family members, and people go missing all the time. We just don't hear about them all. So when two young people go missing and the parents immediately split up after a big argument, then you hear that one family is suspicious of the other, and there is missing time, plus inconsistencies in their stories. It automatically makes people very suspicious. And the most important thing is finding out what has actually happened to Jack and Lilly. The last thing that we are going to look at in today's video is some messages from someone who claims to know the family. So in these messages, you can see that someone has said that they have met the kids several times and actually know someone who has dated their uncle. Apparently, the living conditions which Jack and Lilly were currently in weren't very nice. This only leads you to believe that this story could just keep getting darker. But the problem is, these messages could be from anyone. Apparently, they are from a credible source. But you have to be very careful what you believe nowadays. And like we have seen with other cases, people like to create outrageous lies just to get involved and make a name for themselves without actually knowing how much they are affecting the case. We need the truth, and if people start lying about knowing the family or what has happened, then it's going to cause so many problems. Let me know what you guys think about these messages, because from what I got sent, I can't confirm that these messages are 100% the truth. So if anyone can find proof that these messages are from someone who actually knows the family, then let me know down in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and we will update you as we find out more.